Well, on Friday, President Trump signed the big, beautiful bill into law. So what does that mean for Americans and us here in California? Joining us now, Craig DeLuz from the California Republican Assembly. So for California, Craig, is there anything good about the big, beautiful bill?
I think one of the things that's good has to do with the I don't want to call it tax cuts because it's really just a continuation of the tax rates for for Americans. We would have seen the largest tax increase in American history had this bill not passed. Now, the other benefit was the increase in the SALT deduction, meaning where you get to deduct your state and local taxes. There was an increase in the cap, which will greatly benefit high tax states like California and New York.
What should Californians be most concerned about negatively from the big, beautiful bill?
I honestly do not know that there's anything negative. One of the things you're going to see is a decrease in waste, fraud, and abuse, in particular in terms of Medicaid. I know that there's a lot of speculation out there about what's in the bill. The reality is Democrats have just been flat out dishonest about what's in the bill. You're going to see a decrease in that waste and fraud because there's a large number of group, about 4.8 million people who are able-bodied adults, who are not head of households, who are working age. And all it says is there's going to be a requirement that they either have to be looking for a job, getting an education, or they have to be working in order to stay on it. These are the people that they're saying, the millions of people that they're saying are going to lose their health care. Well, all you got to do is do what most of the rest of us do and look for work, get work, or work to get an education, or even volunteer for 20 hours a week.
One thing that you had mentioned in one of our previous meetings is about farm workers.
Yes.
I remember having this conversation with then Speaker Willie Brown. It's like, why do so many people cross the border, either legally or illegally? And he said, well, quite simply, there's jobs that they are needed to fill. They're being hired by wealthy Republican farmers. So all of a sudden now, President Trump now is like, hey, these are hardworking people. We're going to start leaving them alone. You had called that.
Well, I called it because I said the first thing that the Trump administration is going to do is they're going to go after those who are criminal, illegal aliens, people who have committed crimes since they've been here. They're going to work to get them out. They're going to go after those folks who just recently crossed into the country. They're going to work to get them out, especially those who already have multiple deportation orders against them. But then I said what he's also going to look to do is he's going to negotiate the opportunity for folks who have been here for an extended period of time, who've already been here. He's going to work to negotiate to try and find a way for them to normalize their residency here. And I think this is a good idea because what will start to happen is as their residency is normalized, what will happen is that they'll get better working conditions. These jobs will get better working conditions as well as better pay. And once you do that, you'll start to have a market rate for those jobs, what those jobs are paying, and start to see more Americans look at it and say, you know what, maybe that is a job I would do.
Do you feel that with a lot of his policies, he's sort of going, I don't want to say winging it, but like with tariffs, this is what's going to happen. No, I'm going to back off on this. We're chasing farmers in strawberry fields. Now we're not. Do you feel that there's a solid plan or it's changing on the fly?
Well, a lot of people have accused Donald Trump of being an ideologue. The truth is he's not. He will test something out. If either it's not working or it needs to make an adjustment, he will make an adjustment on the fly. That's what business owners do. That's what people who run successful companies do. And what he's doing is that he's implementing policies and then making adjustments to those policies to meet the needs of whatever particularly happens. Because keep in mind, whenever you do something, for every action, there is a reaction. So what he's trying to do is adjust the policies so that it actually works to benefit Americans.
Elon Musk is talking about starting a third party. He says he's doing it now. If he does do that and it's mildly successful or even more, would that draw more from the Democratic side or the Republican side in terms of support?
I think it would definitely draw more from the Republican side because it generally has tended historically to be the Republican Party that has stood for and fought for reasonable spending or a recognition that we're heading over a fiscal cliff. Democrats, I hate to say this, don't appear to be worried about that at all. So I think it would, if it were to draw, it would draw from the Republicans. But then again, there are a number of other issue areas where Elon Musk is probably not in line with Republicans. So I don't necessarily see it being a big deal. As long as we have the winner-take-all electoral college system, I don't see a third party really being successful.
That seems to be the conventional wisdom.